Hey
Hi,
everyone. Happy Friday. I am Shannon Smith,
I'm Julia Neal.
and we are with the Above and Beyond movement. And we are so excited for our guest speaker today. He has been such a pivotal person in our business. He is the only CPA that we refer, and I would have to say we refer him every single week. I mean, really has been a big difference in our business. So Matt Bralove with Zone Accounting. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Hello, hello. Thank you for having me. I'm honored to be part of this.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about your story, because I know me and Julia just really love it.
Well, sure, and I appreciate you asking. So I am the guy that hates other accountants. It sounds funny to say that, right? So I'm the guy that you walk into the room and everybody's so proud to say, "What do you do for a living?" "Oh, I'm a CPA. I'm an accountant." If I hear that, I'm probably walking right back out of that room. And the reason why is because when I hear the word accountant, I think of somebody who's stuck in the rearview mirror. They're looking backwards. And I'm not sure the last time you got on 695 or the highway and drove around. When you do that, if you're driving in your rearview mirror, you are going to run right into a problem. If you're looking far into the distance and planning and thinking, you are running into opportunity and hopefully no traffic. But so to me, like, so yeah, I'm an accountant, and I appreciate you introducing me. I love what I do. I'm passionate about what I do, but an accountant is not who I am. Right? By day, I'm a co-founder of Zone Accounting. I'm a business and tax advisor. By night and on the weekends, I'm a proud dad. I'm a loving husband. My kids and my wife are my world, and they're my motivation for everything. So yes, I look like the CPA. I'm kind of proud of that because it fits really well into what I do. I look like a CPA. Sometimes I sound like a CPA. I am far from a traditional CPA, and I love that about myself.
Well, we're so excited to have you. And our company is all about holistic business coaching. So we love that you brought in the family element and that you're not just one person, you're multiple people to multiple people throughout the day. So we love that. So with that in mind, tell us a little bit more about like your specialty and your niche so that people can get to know you better.
Sure, sure. So people hear the word business and tax advisor, and that brings a connotation of what that is. Okay, I look at your numbers, right? I'm a bean counter. I do all the stuff that people expect. I am a real estate agent. I'm a manufacturer. I'm a florist. I own a retail store. I own a restaurant. I'm a developer. I'm a contractor. I'm not really any of these, but I'm all of these. And right, the reason I'm all of these is because day to day, I serve these folks as my clients. So what do I need to do every day? I need to figure out what you need to do every day. Everything that makes you successful helps make me successful. So my days are never boring. I'm never counting numbers. I am putting out fires, but they're not my own fires. I'm putting out your fires and different client fires. And
Thank
that's
you
not draining. That's passion, and that gets my blood flowing, right? So when people say, okay, you're a tax advisor, you're really good at math. I suck at math. I've got an adding machine and a cell phone, and I don't need anything better than that. I show up every day to show up for my clients. So what does that look like, right? So what's my specialty? My specialty is finding out your biggest problem, your biggest question, your biggest pain point, and making it go away, right? So I take away your problems, but I don't take away your equity. I'm not going to solve everything, but I'm going to be your sounding board. I'm going to be your resource. I'm going to be your traffic cop pointing to the right direction. I'm going to care, and I'm going to ask directions. And if I ask the right, I'm going to ask questions and get you in the right direction. If I ask those right questions and point you in the right direction, we're all winning, right? So the fun part of what I am and who I am and what I do is that it's part of who you are and what you do and how you do it. And that gets magnified when you have like-minded people coming together with like-minded goals.
Absolutely. I think that's so I was actually going to poke fun at you a little bit and say all of your jokes today are traffic related as opposed to math related.
there you go.
So before we hopped on this, obviously we were catching up because we love seeing how you're doing, and we love your family probably just as much as you do. But you had mentioned something about truck mat and you made us wait. So what does that
So I'm glad you asked about that. Truck mat is my new mentality,
mean?
right? So over the last 2-ish months, we've all been in home quarantine and life has been pretty hard. I'm not going to pretend that I'm swimming through it and it's easy, with the kids at home, with my wife working, with me working, things don't go normal every single day. But I made a commitment early on in this process not to be who I was, but to be who I want to be. And right, okay, that sounds great. Be who you want to be.
Yeah.
How do you make money being that person, right? Well, I'm going to tell you, it's really, really easy. So one of the things clients come to me and they say, Matt, my business is hard. My employees don't care as much as I do. I'm working crazy hours. I'm not making enough money. This thing isn't worth it. Help me, help me, help me. And to me, the first question I ask people is, are you happy? And they're like, am I happy with what? Are you happy? Do you like who you are? Do you like what you're doing? Do you like who you're doing it with? And I get a lot of mixed emotions coming back of that. Some people, I get this glowing smile and they truly are happy. A lot of other people are like, no. And you're the first person I've admitted to that out loud in a long time. And
So
so
I'm going to put, Julia, what did you say when he asked you that question?
The last time you asked me that question, but it was probably a lot of happiness with a little bit of things, because there's always room for improvement and growth, and it's just about directing yourself in that direction. So
well
that's one of the
said.
reasons I love Matt. We have great conversations, great questions back and forth, and
Thank you.
happy to have you as part of the team. You brought up team before, and team is so important in our world.
So one of the things about this happiness factor, a quick aside about me, when I was, I don't know, high school age, I had a dream car. We all have these dream cars, right? The Lamborghini, the Ferrari, the whatever. Mine was a 96 Toyota Camry, right? Dream car. Well, why, besides that being an accounting car, why is a Toyota Camry a dream car? For me, that looked like what a business person looked like, right? They drove the four-door sedan, they had their briefcase, their power tie, their nice suit. That's what I thought I was for high school and college and into the beginning of my career. And that's the role I became because I wanted to be this role. That's instantly where I fell. And I was good at it, really good at it, but I wasn't happy. And a couple of years ago, I moved out to the country. I'm out in rural America with trucks. Everybody's got a truck. And I started noticing them. My dream car is still a Toyota, but it's a Toyota Tacoma now, right? So I don't own one yet, but that's on my next purchase list. Why a truck, right? So the whole reason behind this is my mindset was to buy a Corolla and be the business person that I thought I was supposed to be. And what is a truck? A truck represents freedom, right? Do what you want when you want, throw it in the back, get some mud on the tires, do anything. And so for this whole COVID self-isolation, I started thinking, this is a chance of rebirth and regrowth for so many things in a time of uncertainty. This is my time to show you Truck Matt. Truck Matt doesn't work 8 hours a day. Truck Matt doesn't respond to emails after a certain time. Truck Matt doesn't ignore his kids. Truck Matt is not a bad husband. Truck Matt has the freedom to do what Truck Matt wants to do. And that doesn't mean irresponsible and not taking care of my clients and not being available. That means putting myself first and being available to be the great dad, the great husband, the great business owner that I want to be. So Truck Dad went mountain biking this weekend. Truck Dad also has a concussion, but that's a whole nother thing. This whole thing that I'm doing, it's mindset driven because I realized that you don't have to work a ton to make a ton of money. You don't have to be at your desk to make a big impact. You have to be focused and present and mindful and available at the right time to the right people. So I have cut my days from 8-hour days down to 4-hour days. I have more money in my business bank account than I've ever had. I have 2 or 3 new clients every single day. I am genuinely happy. I'm seeing my kids more. I'm seeing my wife more. We go for 5-mile walks every single day in the midst of me ignoring emails. And it's not that I'm ignoring them forever. I'm ignoring them during my time. Because when my time is mine, my money is mine, my freedom is mine, which makes my clients' time theirs, their money theirs, their freedom theirs. If I can live the dream that I want to live, I can show you how to live the dream that you want to live. And it's not hard as long as you focus your mindset and your passion the way that you want it to be.
I love that. Matt.
So much.
Just gave us so much. In like 2 minutes, I want to go all the places, but for the essence of time, is there like one resource or one thing that helped you get on that track? Because I feel like you could write a book from everything you've just put on the table. Was there something that transpired over the last couple of months to like help you see that?
So yes and no. A couple years ago, I started working with a gentleman in a prior life that really motivated me. And he was the guy that didn't do things the traditional way. And he said, accounting is not a business of numbers, it's a business of people. And that hit home to me, but I didn't understand it. And then I looked on the news and I looked on social media and I looked within my family. And recently I'm seeing people are impacted so much. There's so much emotion and fear and uncertainty and tears and all this stuff. And I realized our time is short. And I don't mean to be all, you know, we're only on this earth for a short time, but we are. And what the heck are we doing here if we're not making it what we want? So I stopped making my business about numbers and made it about people. I connected with the people that mattered most. So forget my clients. I checked in with strangers that I knew were struggling because I saw them on social media, and I said, what can I do to help you? And sometimes I got a really confused answer, and sometimes I got an honest answer. When I realized I was making a difference, I realized I'm not going to make the difference just for other people. I'm going to do it for my family and for myself. And so, yes, it took me a decade and a half to realize what 2 months has shown me very quickly. People matter. And if we realize that, everything else falls into place.
I love that. I feel like everyone's having such a painful pivoting time, whether that's one thing or another, no matter how they're impacted, everyone is getting impacted. But I feel like there is a lesson to be learned and a way to grow in every single person's situation, no matter where they are in life. And I love that you took the opportunity to take that for yourself and your family and those around you. That just touches home for me.
One of the cool things, if you notice, I'm an accountant, but I haven't talked numbers or profit and loss statement or balance sheet or QuickBooks. All of that fits in and has its role, but it doesn't start there. So I hope that everybody who's listening hears me loud and clear on this. Do not get focused on the details. Get focused on the goal. When the goal happens, the details fall into place. And then your numbers work and your profit works and everything is beautiful, but it has to start with the right mindset.
Love it.
Matt, that was really beautiful. I just love everything about that so much. You wrapped that up in a pretty little box with a bow on top. I mean, you covered everything that we could have asked about and more. If I could leave you with one suggestion, maybe we just upgrade from a 96 to maybe like a 2026 Toyota. Listen, I'm not the financial advisor.
I'll take that under advisement.
Thank you. It's model, right, Shannon?
Yeah. So Matt, you know that again we refer you all the time, but if somebody watching wanted to reach out to you, where can they find you? What is the best way to connect with you?
Sure, thank you. So the best way is my website, zoneaccounting.net, N-E-T. There's, besides just having all the contact information, it tells you who we are and why we are. So zoneaccounting.net.
That makes it super easy. And don't worry, guys. As always, we'll have that in the comments for you to check out too.
Yay. All right. We'll see you next time.
Yeah, thanks so much, Matt. We'll see you guys soon.
Thanks, guys.
See ya.